I never expected for going into crypto to be a spiritual journey and such an intense journey at that. I thought going into decentralized finance and to do with all things money, that it would be something different. I didn't know exactly what it was going to be, but everything that I thought and the way that I look at the world and even just understanding myself, which is hard to do sometimes, is just changing. And I'm finding it very, very eye opening. In this video, I'm going to share some news, some research, some fundamentals that I've found. I'll update a little bit of where I'm at and what I'm doing with my portfolio and why I'm doing it. And also, I want to just share a couple of your comments as well. Some of the stuff that you have shared has just blown me away in the most positive way. And I am totally humbled by that. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be showing up here. So thank you for getting me to show up. This is good for me. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network, where we all get to expand our consciousness on anything to do with crypto. And the byproduct of that is, I think, some personal development as well. And I'm also an author of a few books. I'm author of Big Miracles, The 11 Spiritual Rules for Ultimate Success, published by HarperCollins. Also, Unleash the Psychic in You, How to Trust Your Intuition for Success. And another fun, racy novel called Scarlett's Confession, Tales of a British Psychic. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen with what I thought was very, very positive news, while when I do look at the headlines for other people's crypto sort of news and channels and things at the moment, there is still one day it's everything's great, everything's amazing, and then we're going into a bull market again, and then it's, oh, nope, everything's going down, emergency, urgent. What I'm personally doing right now, and you let me know in the comments, I'm just tuning stuff out because I'm just like, I cannot connect into this BS. Crypto is enough of a roller coaster for me without having someone, what I feel is, and maybe they're not trying to do it consciously, but is create a sensationalism around this. I mean, I want to be entertaining. I don't want to bore you. Otherwise, why would you be here? But I don't like this chopping and changing. I feel that because the markets are so volatile, because it is crypto, then just why can't we have a sense of calm? Why can we not support each other? And that's what I love about what you are doing, and I really appreciate that. So I just wanted to start off with news that came out that I saw today from the Coinbase blog, and something else I'm going to share with you after this is that now you can use your Coinbase card with Apple Pay and Google Pay, and I just feel that this is ultra bullish news for crypto at large, where all the FUD that's out there of crypto is going to be bad and crypto is bad and crypto is a scam. Well, then why would Apple Pay and Google Pay be integrating this? It would make no sense at all. So this is where I like to come back to looking at what is actually happening in the real world stuff. So earn up to 4% in crypto rewards on all your shopping. I like that because, for example, right now, just when I do cash transactions, I have a Venmo credit card, I get 3% cash back on that. On my Apple credit card, I get 3% cash rewards back as well. And sometimes on some things, on certain categories, it's 1% or 2%. It's the category you spend the most money in to get that 3%. So here, this up to 4%, that is great. I feel like there's some type of incentive there to go and be shopping, paying for things with crypto instead. So that's awesome. I am already on that Coinbase card wait list. I need to check that. I think I joined that a while ago. So I'm probably going to use this. I think this is really, really cool to be able to have that. And then, so you add the card to your Apple Pay, and then boom, there's the Coinbase Visa. I'm very happy about that. I'm excited. You let me know what you think in the comments. Are you going to use a card like that? I think some of you have used the crypto.com card, but what I've seen as a US citizen, that it looked like I couldn't use that. So that is very, very positive. And the Coinbase card, it says here, is issued by MetaBank, which is a member of FDIC, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Inc. So that's positive, right? It's all above board. It's all legit. And going back and speaking of legit, let's just stay on this same track before I go to what about Venmo. So here, this news was a few days ago that Fayyaz Shehzad joined Coinbase as Chief Policy Officer. And again, where I feel like there's so much crypto is going down and it is bad and it is a scam, because my dad had just sent me an article the other day from this scathing interview that this Financial Times reporter had written, because there had been some people that were, what were they doing? They had said they'd set up like a place to be able to farm cannabis in the Midlands, and it turns out that they were actually mining Bitcoin, and they were just stealing the electricity. And so so you get a group of people who do criminal activity, and then it creates a whole negative outlook that, look, just crypto attracts criminals, blah 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 blah. I'm tired of seeing that narrative. I mean, there's always going to be criminals in the world. There's going to be good people and bad people in any industry and anything in any shape or form. So what I was saying with that essentially is that I feel like this again is more very positive news, because it's not if we're going to get regulated, it's just when, and that's in the works. And again, in my humble opinion, Coinbase is leading the way. They have former Goldman Sachs global co-head of government affairs and former White House deputy national security advisor to join Coinbase as chief policy officer. And so this 15 years at Goldman Sachs and used to dealing with government relationships. I mean, he's worked on the private side of things, and then also he's worked on the government side of things, and which means he is going to, I would imagine, to navigate very, very well, finding that balance to say to Coinbase, look, here's how you're going to lead the way and make sure that there is regulation that doesn't imprison us, but that does keep everyone safe, that allows more businesses and more people to come into crypto at large, which I would imagine in the long run means that then cryptocurrency is going to become more and more widely adopted. So this is to me, this is very, very positive news. And being able to then also communicate where Coinbase is saying, this is what we want to do, this is what we're planning, that he can deliver that information to the policymakers in a way where the regulation, they can make good agreements, and that policy can move through quickly, smoothly, in a positive way. So I think this is great. I know that there was, let me just hop over to this before we go to another piece of news that I hadn't pulled up here in advance. Venmo, crypto on Venmo. So what I noticed this morning, I was going to pay my rent online, and I saw in the corner, it said, let me see if I can just show you, actually, let me just show you this directly. Let's see, when I go into my... See, look, I don't know if you can, you probably can't really see this, but it says right in the corner that says crypto explore. And then when I clicked on that, it showed that it was like buy crypto for, look here, can you see that? It says buy crypto with as little as $1. And then it's got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. And then it goes through sort of like in Coinbase Earn, it gives you a learn as you go. What is crypto? Crypto versus stocks, crypto on Venmo. And if I click on Bitcoin and I go on that, it shows the charts here. It shows the charts for this, and then you can just go buy. And obviously, it's going to be more than doing it on an exchange. But for for someone who is totally new to the space and would be terrified to go into a trading platform, or just to be able to actually start using crypto, this is amazing. This is very, very positive. So there it is. So you can see all of this now, that this is as of June the 1st. This is the first day, because I go on Venmo every day. I use it a lot. And this is the first day that I have seen now that crypto is available to be able to shop with and use on the app as of June the 1st, 2021. So that's another great piece of news. The other thing that I thought was very interesting after all this FUD that's been going on, Chinese digital currency, Ethereum. Let me just show you this if you haven't already seen it. And it is meant to that, here, let's go with fine at Yahoo here. So I thought this was exciting as well. I mean, we don't see it fully reflected in the in terms of the price, but in terms of Ethereum's price right now, that we're not breaking out above 3,000 because there's still all this FUD that is happening. But ex-head of China's digital yen efforts says CBDCs could operate on Ethereum, right, for their Chinese currency there. I think that's huge, because I was just reading some things about the Ethereum blockchain, this beacon chain update where we're upgrading to the Ethereum 2.0. So people saying, well, what if that update isn't finished? What if I go and stake my Ethereum and that update never completes and it's just a project that falls by the wayside? What if Cardano just totally overtakes Ethereum and Ethereum becomes obsolete? Those were some of the conversations I was seeing in Reddit, those questions raised. But when you see this, central bank digital currencies are set to become more smart and could one day operate on blockchain networks like Ethereum. I mean, this is something that is absolutely looks like it is in the works and it is coming. And I think, again, the reason why would they pick Ethereum, because it is the most decentralized. That's my understanding. You let me know in the comments of, well, what would it be, or what could compete with that? Because I know we got Solana as well, and obviously Cardano. Why do you think? Why would China? Why wouldn't they use Cardano or Solana? So I'm thinking it's just because of the decentralization and that it has been around the longest as well. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments so that we can have a conversation around that. So that was, so I think that was super, super positive news. And then I did start to look the other day about this here, about joining the staking community for Ethereum. I saw it because I got an email again, because I'd gone on the wait list for Coinbase about staking there. And it says up to 7% returns. And then I started to look at Beacon Chain, the deposit addresses that are here for Ethereum. Let me go back a step. Maybe I'm jumping ahead here. This article goes into proof of stake explained, and this idea of, well, why is this upgrade happening? More sustainable, more accessible, unlock sharding, right? Sharding just means that everything works faster, is my understanding as well. Then I went to, from here, not from here. Let me go back over here, come back to this. Hang on. Yeah, this Dune Analytics, it shows how many addresses have deposited their Ethereum for the 2.0, for Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. And it's over, when I checked about 3 days ago, it was just over 5 million. So there's almost another 250,000 addresses in a very short time that have just gone and deposited more of their Ethereum, of this amount of Ethereum. But it says here unique depositors, sorry, I'm correct that, 27,115 people, it looks like, or addresses, and just over 108,000 transactions to contract. US dollar value of Ethereum and Ethereum 2, we got just over 13 billion. So if we got just over 13 billion, and you can see what has been deposited over time here. So I thought this was really cool site. It's just over 13 billion, and we look today at, I'm on Veracity here because I think it was Paul H had said about Veracity. So let's go Ethereum. I can't see because I'm here. Hang on a sec. Ethereum, what have we got here in terms of out of almost 300 billion, out of 300 billion, just 13 billion. Someone please, that I can't do the math right now, and what percentage is that? What percentage is that? I'm not going to do it right now, but just someone please share in the comments. And so it'll be just interesting to track this. And so I go, gosh, how much of my Ethereum do I want to lock up? Am I okay with waiting 2 years for doing that? I'm a little bit uneasy. I haven't been in crypto long enough, although I shouldn't think it's fine. And then I was looking at, well, who can you stake with? The one that was the most recommended I saw was Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool, decentralized Ethereum 2.0 staking protocol. And I think like the really interesting thing that they're doing here, and also where they're what you can put in a super small amount, and then you also, when you stake with them, you can see here Rocket Ethereum. And then when you receive that Rocket Ethereum, if we go here, for example, let's just go, wait for it, ETH, where is it? I think this is it. Is this it? Rocket Ethereum? ETH, let me just make sure. No, that's not it. I need to put Rocket. Sorry, bear with me. I mean, that's maybe that is the reward you get. That's sort of like the fuel from it. But this is what happened. I think I'm understanding this correctly. Wow, this price has gone up even in the last couple of days. So what I just showed you there is Rocket Pool. Their market cap is just under close to 250 million. And you can see, wow, I mean, they had a 24-hour high. They went up to just over $16. And they got a maximum supply of 18 million, circulating supply just over 16 million. They've been going about 3 years. The all-time high before we just had this crash was $25. And when I looked a couple of days ago, it was just over, it was like 30 around that $13.70. So, I mean, this is a pretty cool, when I looked at this token and what they're doing, the more people that are understanding about staking with Ethereum, and you get rewarded in this. So maybe, is one getting rewarded? It says receive Rocket ETH. My understanding was as well that you actually get tokens, Rocket Pool tokens. I need to look to see where, because I had read this in detail. Here we go. And then here's the RETH. So maybe one gets rewarded in that. Tokenized staking. I see. I like that. So tokenized staking. What's the difference? RETH did exist in Rocket, but it was a one-to-one token. It could be traded for BETH when the user's stake duration was completed. Let's see, dynamic trading and ratio, Rocket Pool network rewards. Continue. And my understanding is you can pull your rewards out at any time here. You don't have to just leave it. You could leave your ETH in there, and then you could. My understanding was you would receive a Rocket token, and then you would. It looks like receive Rocket ETH as well. So that I just need to just clarify that, because maybe I misunderstood that the other day, and I will check that so that I know a little bit more clearly what I'm talking about. But I thought that out of all the staking opportunities, this looked the best. And if one had on with the other exchanges to become, say, a validator, if one wants to become a validator, you have to have 32 Ethereum to do that. On Rocket Pool, you only need 16 Ethereum. 4 Ethereum short. God, can I imagine running, being a validator on Ethereum? You've got to have, I think, your computer on 24/7. It's a little bit outside of my comfort zone, but I thought this was really, really cool. This is a great earning opportunity. And when one looks at, let me just go here and show, hang on. Let me just come over here. You see, look, there's Stakewise Pool and Rocket Pool, and then you've got Binance, but you're just not going to make as much, I don't think. On Stakewise Pool, the rewards, whatever you get rewarded, it wouldn't be as strong, although it still looks good. And I'm just wondering why one versus the other. You can see the Stakewise is 0.05 cents, and it's much smaller, right? Rocket Pool had 250, close to 250 million. This has a market cap of 1.3 million, but it's great that it's being spread, right? If it just ends up being one large pool versus its other validators, right? Other nodes that are there. And I mean, since the crash, they're down 75%. Their all-time high was, what was that, 26 cents, and right now they're 5 cents. So I mean, looks like a pretty cool token to go into, because I would imagine that Ethereum is only going to only more people are going to start staking their Ethereum. So here you can just see this is Stakewise, Ethereum staking made effortless. And I wonder, I have a feeling, do you have to do a minimum amount here? I have a feeling you have to do, no limits, stake any amount, track your earnings in real time, use your stake in DeFi with Stakewise tokens. So, those tokens that one would get for staking them can go up over a period of time. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What do I want to do? Do I want to stake my Ethereum? Because I'm going to keep some of it for the longer term. Why leave it on an exchange? 2, why go and stake it with Coinbase? Because I saw someone in Reddit say, well, they didn't feel comfortable with what if another Mt. Gox situation happened. They wouldn't want to stake on a Binance or a Coinbase. But I just don't imagine now. I mean, when you look at the regulation that's come into place, Mt. Gox, would we have a situation like that again? Not with one of the really, really big exchanges. I don't know. You let me know what you think. And in terms of sort of going on being fully decentralized, there's the risk of, well, whoever is running things could just go and disappear with your crypto assets. And what is the chance of that? I mean, it would just take away all trust. They would never be able to do anything again within the space. And again, the people who, for example, on the Rocket team, where did I see on that? But the team is they're pretty established, and so I just can't imagine that happening. So this here's the network map. I thought this was all just really, really interesting and exciting and positive and super bullish for Ethereum. And even like if someone's saying, oh well, Cardano's going to wipe out Ethereum, or which one of these layer 1 solutions is going to be around for the long term? Is it going to be Cardano that goes into the lead? Is it going to be Polkadot? Is it going to be Solana? Because Ethereum's the dinosaur. I just feel it's not for me, just my instinct is, and just from a practical perspective, they can all succeed. It's not an either or, it's yes and yes and yes and yes and. And then there's going to be other people that, other innovations that come into the space too. So, and then just checking in here, for me, this coin tracker, I'm signed up with them for the tax stuff, but I have not renewed here in terms of like following the pricing, because it's totally off. I've been waiting for weeks for them to fix Lion to get that done. So I'm just sitting tight. I did end up converting. I'll tell you one thing that I did do. The other day I did one thing. Everything else I've left the same. I'm not changing anything. But I did decide to, because I wanted to have a little bit of Bitcoin again, and I did convert my VeChain into Bitcoin. I know VeChain will do well in the long run, but I just decided I wanted to, because I'm in some super volatile things in these meme coins, Lion, Shiba, Pig, Safe Mars, Akita, they're all extremely high risk, although I do believe they'll come through and they'll have their day again at some point where I do plan to take profits, and then I'll just hang on to some Shiba. I thought I just want to not be so crazy out there. I just wanted to have a little bit of Bitcoin and use that as a hedge. But that's all that I've done. That's the only change I've made in the last few days, and I'm just sitting tight. And then Paul H had mentioned about Veracity. I thought that looked very, very interesting. The Veracity is a protocol and product layer platform for esports and video entertainment. I thought that was very cool because it goes in line with like Engine Token. I remember seeing Engine Token when it was 50 something cents, and then it went up to like towards $3, and I thought, why didn't I get that? And so I think Veracity, with esports and everything, this is really, really cool. And so I just put a small I had a little bit I just put here like if it comes down to 0.012123, which I mean it may do. I'm prepared to wait because sometimes I get a little bit impulsive with things and put a buy in. I think there's a possibility it'll pop down to that. Then I'm okay with. I've got just like a buy order in there for it's like $125, $126, and I thought, well, I'll give that a go. But I'm not doing anything. I'm high risk at the moment. I'm not making changes to my portfolio because I just want to just sit tight and ride through the discomfort of that. So there we have it. That is what's happened for me in the past couple of days. I just had to just sit with things and just be in it. I think I am still feeling the aftershock of that crash from a few weeks ago. I had no idea it would affect me mentally how it did, probably because you saw where my portfolio is now. My portfolio was of unrealized. I was like at 120 grand. And it's like if I'd just taken profits, if I'd just known that was going to be a top. But I feel that there are good times ahead, and I feel quietly optimistic. I am definitely humbled and really I feel like I have more reverence. I want to say reverence, maybe more respect. Like I understand to respect the power of the market, and that anything that where I thought I know something, I have to remind myself I really don't know anything. And the more that I learn, the more fundamental analysis I do, the more I get clued in on technical analysis. I just really am, the approach I'm trying to have is of just to really have an open mind and an everyday, an absolute beginner's mindset. And because I feel like I am at an intermediate level right now, but that's a dangerous thing to think too. So I have to just come back to whatever I think I know, I don't know, and then hopefully there'll be some wisdom come from that. How are you handling it? What are you doing on the day-to-day? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Oh, and one last thing actually that I didn't do because of that I said at the beginning of the video I wanted to cover, is I just want to come here, and there were so many amazing comments from you on my last video. I just want to share a couple of things here from Crypto Angel community. Alex Bromley had said, on-chain data is resembling where crypto was in 2013 mid-cycle bull market. After the first top, new retail is selling to long-term diamond hands. Yes, long-term diamond hands selling to retail usually indicated start a bear market. I'm going to continue to hold. Hopefully it pays off and doesn't hurt me later. But if Bitcoin breaks and holds under 30, I'll start shorting. I don't think we're going to go under 30. I could be totally wrong because, again, what do I know? But wouldn't we have gone under 30 by now? It seems like we're having higher lows is what it looks like to me. Light Water said, Joanna, Bitcoin is bottomed. I believe we should go up. Could be wrong, but consider this true story. And I love this. This is just so, this gave me a sense of peace, although probably not for the person who went through this. A person bought Bitcoin in 2011 for 3 cents and then sold for 30 cents. When he looked at the market next, it was, as he said, $8. So just keep the long term as the goal and don't let the in-between raff, up and down moves rattle your emotions. I love that. Yes, not rattle the emotions. The number one thing that will help you is having the vision and distance yourself from crypto a bit. What do you do besides crypto? Talk about that on your videos. What do I do besides that? Yesterday I went to the pool. At the moment we're looking buying a house. And I didn't do a video on Sunday because I was like, oh, we're going to put an offer in this place, and actually this is pretty crazy. So I was told, and this is where wow, to be really careful with the realtors. The realtor was like, oh, there's an offer on it, come in. And I said, well, what do you think I should offer? They said 25,000 above, and I was going to do that. And then I reached out to my parents in the UK. My dad's like, oh, I don't know about this property, and so I came back the next day. I was meant to go and make an offer, and instead, so I said, we're not going to make an offer on this. And suddenly the message from this realtor was, hang on a sec, just bear with me. Just bear with me while I share this with you, because I thought it was really, they said, I said, we're going to wait a few months and see if it's not such a hot seller's market, then we're not going to compete, get into bidding wars. When we're ready to look, blah, 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 blah. And then the realtor replied back, said, just an FYI, right now there are no other offers. I believe the seller was expecting too much. You could offer whatever you feel it's worth to you. And then I said, one of my concerns is yesterday there was an offer and I'm having to go well above asking, and today the buyer disappeared. What if we had made the offer 500, well anyway, for whatever the amount is, when there wasn't another buyer? And that was very eye-opening to me. It's like, wow, I'd love to just be trusting, but maybe not to be so trusting there. Thank God I didn't make that offer. So it's coming from England, real estate market, it is different, and I haven't bought in America before. So that was quite something. Have you gone through those types of experiences where you've just got like the realtor seems really nice, but they don't give a crap? So there was that. On housing track, Light Water says the CARES Act to see if the moratorium and the forbearance, which allows homeowners to basically not pay or have any late fee or foreclosure proceedings resulting in a situation where home prices are artificially going up. Wait and watch what is going. Wait and watch is what I am doing, and I think that is that's something that. Just having patience. So this is what I'm definitely learning from crypto, and then seeing how can being within the space of crypto and investing there, how can I go and apply that to all other areas of my life? And again, big thank you to Justin Barr, some of the insights you share with me with your home buying experience and selling. Very useful seeing that in the comments. Thank you again, Stephen Harrison, Ray Clamaco, Jay Lizard. Joshua Werner. I mean, gosh, I could keep going on. There's so many Kuchi Sensei. There's so many of you here that are just amazing, and I just appreciate how much smarter and more brilliant you are and than me. And I guess I say I'm smart and brilliant. You get what I'm saying. I have to just lighten it a little bit. So thank you. I appreciate each one of you so much. And I am sending you lots and lots of love.